Hey everybody, clearing. I definitely have a little bit of a throat thing still going on. Pardon my gruff voice. Take me seriously. Okay, here we go. Some sessions are open if you want to click on the link below and get a session with me in the week coming up. Right now, though, we're going to dive into a Divine Masculine Spine of Fire. So I'm going to look at all the 7 main chakra levels with what the Divine Masculines are clearing in preparation for sacred union. So here we go. Thank you, Divine Creator, for showing us what we need to see about the path for the masculines at this time on all the chakra levels. What is going on energetically with them? What are the emotions that they are navigating along this way? What do the masculines consciously know that they are clearing and processing and navigating on their side of the energy that is not connected directly with the feminines? So the things that the masculines have going on that are outside of this connection, that can be karma. Now remember, that doesn't mean another romantic partner. That can mean a whole lot of other things. Lessons they still need to learn to be union ready, or things that are coming up in their reality that they're having to deal with. And then this deck is going to be, what do they know about their connection with their feminine on all these main levels? So what they are consciously processing regarding these connections. This deck is going to be for what do the feminines need to know about their masculines process at this time. I just saw the Temperance card and I heard they're healing. Feminines or masculines are healing. All right. What can we see for the crown chakra? What are the energies? Oh, wow. Flower of feeling, compassion, emotional awakening, and forgiveness. There's a big revelation happening on the crown chakra. This is connection to source. And this is the masculines coming out of repressing what they're dealing with, what they're feeling, and forgiveness of self. This is like redemption energy, because when we are in an attitude of forgiveness and emotional feeling, we've come through a lot of the delusion. We've come through a lot of the carpet swept inauthenticity. And now we're starting to thaw. So the masculines are starting to really feel. They're having compassion on themselves and others. And to some degree, it's being illuminated to them, feminines, by the divine, how much you actually love them. And patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. So their eyes are being opened to the divine process of healing, of coming out of the material realm, short-sightedness, naivety. And this is a patient work. It's like the divine has got them, or the universe has got them, and really showing them how things had to play out at exactly the rate and way that they did for them to understand some of these lessons. What are they consciously aware of about their emotional awakening, forgiveness, compassion on the crown chakra? Knight of Cups. So this is self-love. They're having like a life review right now in meditation with the divine, and they're going over times in the past where they have navigated things that they need to forgive themselves for. They're going over times where they could have brought more sensitivity to the situations, or had more compassion, or moved with more compassion from first person and with regard to others. And so they're really looking at that. This could be one key individual, karmic partner, family member, friend, or a group that the masculines are realizing didn't have to be navigated the way that it did. And now there's some compassion coming in, which is allowing for a more mature viewpoint to come in about certain times they've had a eroded self-confidence, is what I'm hearing. With regard to this connection, yeah, all those karmic things. This is the 5 of Wands, which is a clearing of karma, a clearing of too many convoluted ideas, too many misinterpretations, too many people that aren't healthy or good for the masculines. This is a letting go. So by contrast, when they're looking at your connection through the lens of the divine, the higher, they're seeing feminines, how other energies need to be falling by the wayside as they come into an increase of self-love. There are people, places, and things that have no business being in their inner circle, is what I just heard. And so through self-love, they're realizing they don't have to keep unsavory energies around, but they can forgive themselves from acting or associating or playing into those dynamics of those things or with those things that were not righteous. There's a purge, there's a cleansing happening, and it's all in divine timing. Whatever's happening right now, transpiring right now in their lives, it is really showing that you are set apart, you're different. There's a different connection here. It's being illuminated. Their true emotions, their emotional truth is being illuminated for who is really aligned in their life. What can we see for what the feminines? Keep an open mind. So right now, feminines, expect the unexpected, believe in the impossible. There's something going on where there's a big, beautiful world through the other side of this doorway, and drop expectations. Sometimes in the upright, the Three of Wands can be too fixated on an outcome or thinking something needs to play out a certain way. In the inverse like this, it really is a nudge to say, you don't know what you don't know, and you've never been here before. So stay with it and wait for the reveal to happen. What can we see on the third eye chakra? Galactic Council crest, spiritual sovereignty, astral travel, and timelessness. There is something that the masculines are intuitively understanding how spiritually unique they were through their becoming, through their life path. They have stood out from the crowd. They have had unique situations. They've been lone wolves, even though that's a misnomer, that wolves are lone, they are pack animals. Masculines have felt set apart. They felt ostracized. They felt last pick for the team. They felt out in the cold. They felt like they didn't belong. They are seeing through whatever is going on here, possibly even cosmic galactic council here, showing the masculines how they were indeed unique. They were not mere mortals or, cut from the same cloth as mainstream, something like that. And on the third eye, it feels like they are understanding that there is a sense of timelessness that's outside of the confines of typical material space and time. There's something that they have found is unique in them. And freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So they have realized intuitively that the things that other people pitch, the sales pitch of how life should be lived, or what success means, or what fun looks like, that hasn't cut it for them. They have sought more. They've sought on a deeper level, and they're realizing they've been more cosmic. I just heard many of them have been fighting this truth that they are not satiated by earthbound reality that has never sat well or made sense to them. They have always had something a little bit different than the crowd going on underneath the surface in their intuition. What is playing out in their material realm? Three of Swords. Okay, so this trying to people please or trying to be accepted by those who they don't actually respect or resonate with, they're realizing that they have been telling themselves impossible stories of how they should be fitting in, but really not honoring and respecting those they should be fitting in with. They don't see fulfillment in that. They don't actually think it's warranted. These masculines are really carefully going over the things that they have felt they needed to conform with. The predictive programming, all of that. They're seeing how it's been causing them heartache, trying to change who they really are on a soul essence to fit in, to conform. They're not meant to conform. There's something here where they're realizing they possess the power and the free will to individuate from that norm, those norms, and choose their own path. Spiritual sovereignty means they are not bound to conform. They don't have to play small energetically. They don't have to dumb themselves down, dim their light. They don't have to pretend they are not creative geniuses. That's been causing heartache. How does this relate to the feminines? Oh, They see you actually one step ahead with this. This is the Four of Swords coming after the Three of Swords. And so this is the rest and rejuvenation that comes from putting down the cares of the world and deciding to take a pass on, you know, the rat race or keeping up with the Joneses. There's a red string of fate here. So masculines know that this process in them, this healing, this intuitive knowing that they have been trying to conform to things that are not meant to be a fit. They see you connected to them. They see a better way, a more restful, peaceful, loving, accepting, gentle way in how you approach these things. And they see their heart connected more with how you handle conformity or life's bumps, roller coaster. They see you having peace and they feel connected. Pardon me with that cough. What do the feminines need to know about this? Yes. This is you, Queen of Pentacles. This is wifey material, I have to say. This is you being the solace in the storm. This is you nurturing yourself. So again, you know, you're not meant to define your worth based on whether somebody is healed and healthy enough to treat you well in every regard, or to give you, you know, that generous energy. Your masculine's been healing just like the whole world has been healing. And yes, this would confirm you are a little ahead in that department. And to keep nurturing yourself, I don't think your masculine is far behind here with stepping out of the standard, the typical, the cliche, the expected norm. You've already kind of achieved this freedom in some ways. And yes, you've had to because of this journey, but your masculine understand that it is connected. They may not know exactly how that is. They may have certain perceptions that would knock your socks off about it. Regardless, they see you as embodying that, and they kind of want to experience more of that downtime, the R&R with you. Oh, I heard I don't want to run anymore. What can we see on the throat chakra? Merkaba matrix, light body expansion, illuminated presence. So this is finding their voice, I just heard. So the masculines are having to speak up. They're having to advocate right now. They're having to show the world, first person, what they think and feel. So some challenges right now, or some advancements, whatever you want to look at it, it could feel good to some and it could feel very challenging to others, depending on how your situation is, how their situation is rolling out. Nonetheless, their presence is coming to the forefront. This can be generational rites of passage. This can be them stepping into the limelight with career or responsibilities. And we have success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. So this is what they're learning, that no matter what they say and do or others say and do, love is the key. So they're realizing that if they turn a blind eye to doing the right thing by themselves or by others, that they only lose out. If they know better and don't do better, they are undermining themselves. It does not do the world any favors to play small or to play stupid. They know that love sometimes takes the risk, the hit. Sometimes doing the righteous thing isn't looked favorably upon. But the masculines see you finding solace in this, so they're learning that they can advocate for what they know is true and they can find success, but love. It's not about ego. It's not about pushing their energetic weight around or their intentions. It's literally to find the motivation, the goal, to find the love in things. I just saw 1414. That's 5-5. That's changes. So they are changing this over. They're redefining success. It's no longer people-pleasing. Success for these masculines is bringing their righteousness to the forefront. Heck yeah, masculines. What can we see for the heart chakra? Temple of Amethyst, yeah, tranquility, patience, disillusion. So they have seen you taking solace from the world and finding your own nest. They're taking a note from you in that regard, and they're withdrawing right now. They're having patience, as we saw. They're getting this divine instruction to really take some downtime right now and meditate. Temple of Amethystia is all about meditation and letting the old fall away and having patience in transition. What are the emotions? Health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So they are taking a break from unsavory things, whether that's substances, bad nutrition, not exercising properly, whether this is burning the candle at both ends or hanging out with people that are not actually good for them. I heard refraining from casual meetups, STDs, STIs. There's a lot of stuff that the masculines don't have the heart to keep going through the motions of. They're taking a break. They're removing themselves. I heard quitting smoking, drinking, substances. There's a lot they're going through right now. They're taking a break from what's going on in their lives that's causing them to do this. 8 of Cups, they're walking away from the things that don't emotionally serve. So they're now connecting these lower vibrational crutches and coping methods on the heart space. Their heart is convicting them. And they know they have to walk away from certain things, but they also are getting stronger, so they don't have to walk away from their accountability. They're walking away from the mishandling of their accountability through escapism, through a lack of accountability, through feeling ill-equipped, through not speaking their truth. When they couldn't make people happy before, they used to concede. And now they're realizing that does no one any favors, I just heard. How is this relating to the feminine? They're opening their heart to you, divine feminines. This is a miserly, closed off kind of lack mentality. They're now seeing that it's a better way to face things, to not run, to be present, to embrace. Their self-confidence is growing, and now they feel like they could possibly deserve you and hold their own with you. That is beautiful. What else can we see here? Oh, we didn't do the feminine advice for the health one. Oh, we missed a bunch. Oh no, I took it away. Never mind. Communication about the health. So feminines, if you are getting any kind of messages, I do see some feminines feeling guided to reach out to your masculine about the light you see in them, because this is the glow up, this illuminated presence where they are beginning to show the world the true them. So you might feel inspired to give them some feedback, some healthy, well appreciated communication here. This can be telling your masculine what you see in them, what you appreciate, what you value. It doesn't have to be lengthy or wordy. It seems as though they are coming into seeing themselves more for their higher potential right now than they have in the past. They may have had imposter syndrome, and now they're starting to really say, hey, wait a second. I do know a thing or two about being righteous, about doing the right thing, and I've gotten there by fully experiencing the spectrums. So feminines, you see your masculines for who they are. If you don't feel able to message them or communicate directly to them, this can just be you taking a moment to appreciate that without sending something to them. Okay, so Temple of Amethystia. What can we see for that? Kindness. So this is the inner nurture. This little fawn is the one that's on the Queen of Pentacles card. So feminines, this is about being kind to yourself and not taking it personally. If your masculine is not of an energetic freedom or generosity to, be there for you when you're going through rough things, everyone can take solace in connection to divine. We don't need a partner to come in and parent us. We need to find that within ourselves. And so this is about you really knowing your masculine is going through a major awakening right now, an emotional awakening, a rite of passage where they are stepping into the forefront with love as the goal and truth being spoken, authenticity coming to the forefront. They're not turning a blind eye or playing small or caving or staying quiet anymore. They're actually coming into their maturity, their accountability, their righteousness. And so manage your own energy right now, feminines. You're being asked to just stay present, to stay alert, to stay open, to expect the unexpected, but not anticipate it. Don't be vigilant for it. Carry on, live your life, trust. Right now, trust. This is where your masculines are earning their stripes. They're coming through it. They are applying what they have been learning. Something is going down in their lives right now where they are differentiating between the way they used to handle stressful things, and they're showing up differently. They're starting to see the true them come to the forefront. And so this is where you can trust like you've never trusted before, and stay in your lane and be fully alive and fully present. And that is not an abandonment of your masculine. What can we see for the solar plexus chakra? Crystal capacitor, storage, time reliefs, and focused force. Okay, so this is your time to shine, masculines. You've been preparing for this all of your life. You are starting to step into leadership with you speaking from your heart, from your wisdom, coming to the forefront here, this glow up you're having, this in between where you're letting go of the old you and coming out with your authentic self. This has been a time capsule. It is set for now. Masculines in this collective, it's time. All this wisdom that's been stored up, all of this potential, it's coming into this focused force where it's your time to bring this to the forefront. And relationships, I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. So not just freedom from things and patience that certain things are changing, but this is also deliberately letting go of relationships that are less than righteous. This is deliberately knowing that you are building a world that has been in escrow, waiting for you to arrive at this place of righteousness, masculines, where you can have what your heart has been asking for, where the answer to your prayer with true love can come in. This is where you are starting to see the reveal, this empowerment. So feminines, just know that your masculines are coming into their own right now. How is that being played out in their lives? The Emperor, they're dropping control issues, but it can be that they are having I heard usurping the throne. So some are stepping into a generational maturity here. Some are stepping into the shoes of leadership in their family lines. For whatever reason, they are coming to the forefront in that generational rite of passage. This is also that they are no longer trying to control things. This is now they're going with the flow and allowing what shows up every day to be what they are accountable for and navigating in real time. Their eyes are being opened to what really is there rather than pretense or fakery. How does this relate to the feminines? Okay, King of Pentacles and communication. So there are things that they want to express to you. They would like to run to you and tell you some of these updates right now, but they're storing it up. They're banking it. So some financial goals have been met, I'm getting with this, or they see a viable financial solution to any challenges. They know time is of the essence. So there's something here where they're seeing their path forward. This is the hubby card. And we did get the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles here. So they are seeing you as marriage material or life partnership material. They are being pulled away right now a little bit to deal with something else. This is their time to shine. So they are removing themselves from certain individuals that don't serve their higher good, but they're also laying the groundwork with those coming forward in a solid way so that if people are coming forward, it's going to be on the best foot. So they are making some tough calls. With this relationships card, I'm feeling that they're having to set the record straight with certain individuals in their lives right now that aren't coming forward or aren't coming forward with some kind of hierarchy of power over these masculines. So they're doing their due diligence right now, and this does set the stage for them to be aligned with you in a committed relationship. It's like, just hold up, feminines, I've got something to do. Look at that grin. Look at that lone wolf energy coming in. this masculine knows that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, but they just have a few things they have to take care of right now. And it has to do with balancing out relationships, letting go of some relationships, but setting the record straight with other relationships. And again, it might be rite of passage, maturity. What can we see for the feminines? Yeah, you don't know everything that's going on right now. The sun in the inverse. This is a positive reassurance, but find that empowerment within you. Focus on self right now, feminines. What can we see on the sacral chakra? Temple of the Moon Goddess, emotional transparency and nurturance and grace. So Temple of the Moon Goddess, the moon regulates the monthly cycles for the feminine energy. The sun is the solar. So we have the sun and moon, the cosmic couple here as well. That is a very union-esque kind of energy. So feminines, this is like inner union. When we're talking about the masculines balancing out the sacral, which is the sexual chakra, this is the moon here, while we get the feminines having the masculine. So this can be the internal feminine. Masculines balancing out that internal nurturance and grace. We've already had that message where feminines, you're embodying this grace, and that the masculines have witnessed you reclaiming your sovereignty and coming into that mastery of being able to nurture yourself in the face of adversity. And so on the sacral chakra, the masculine's emotional awakening here, with the emotional awakening and forgiveness, compassion card, it looks like they are bringing more authenticity to their sexual connections. This is also talking about letting go of cheap sex or just for sex or lust, and coming into more accuracy with how they are relating to sexual and sacred energy. This is a purification of the sacral chakra. Love is coming to the forefront, not lust. What is the emotion connected with this? Denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So they are being honest with themselves about their lustful habits on the sacral chakra, how they've been escaping into instant gratification, cheap sexual connections, multiple sexual connections. This is missing the mark. They're seeing how, by the grace of the divine, you're still in their life. And when they nurture themselves, they don't need to sell themselves short by having cheap sexual connections. They used to think, oh, it's not that bad. It feels good. What could be wrong with it? Those kinds of things. And now they're realizing there's something far deeper going on when they open their body or give their body into connections that are not founded, that are not deep. They've been keeping surface level intimate connections, or keeping this connection at arm's length. They've been denying the truth of this connection because they've been afraid. And now they're realizing, when they're emotionally transparent, that this is a good for them connection. They've had to come to the awareness of that so that they could feel right to go forward into this. If they were not accountable and entrusted with the knowledge that this connection is good for them, they haven't been able to go in underappreciating it, I just heard. So they've had to understand what true emotional assessment of you, your character, themselves. They've had to become worthy. They've had to see you for who you are with full transparency. They've had to read the emotions. They've had to see how this is different than karmic relationships. And now this awareness is empowering them. They're no longer in denial. They're now seeing where it was fear, and those blinders are being taken off. How is this playing out in their lives? 3 of Wands. That does speak of third energies, but they're looking and playing the what-if game with different potential timelines. They're playing out the what-if game with certain individuals that aren't you, feminines. They are playing out this what-if game if they choose this connection and go all in. They are seeing how they can take a page from your book and believe in an optimistic way that what you put out there you get back. Instead of people pleasing and doing what they think everybody else has wanted, they're now seeing the merit in coming to the forefront and putting out righteous intention, believing in those things, believing it can be that simple. I just heard. How is this relating to the feminines? They're dropping their guard. They're dropping that holding you at arm's length. What do the feminines need to know? I just heard hallelujah. It's an awakening, the judgment, the reveal, peace is coming in. Just know and just trust that your masculine's eyes are being opened right now in a major, major way. What can we see in the root chakra? Universal understanding, objective observation. So they have grounded this into non-attachment. They have embodied this. They have anchored it. What is the emotion with it? Surrender. I release my need to control. We saw that with the Emperor. They are no longer needing to control. They don't need to make false constructs anymore. Boundaries, regulations, rules. They now can vote for if something is righteous or not. And they don't have to buy themselves more time to figure that out because they've come through the learning. They can now tell what is aligned with life and the flow of the universe and what goes against it. They may have known it for quite some time, but they weren't strong enough to actually follow through with those things. What's going on in their lives that is helping them with this? Knight of Wands, they're cutting off casual sexual connection. They're cutting off things that are of weak energy, that don't serve, that are obsolete, that are not genuine, that are based in fear. They're cutting it out of their lives. That is not you, feminines, because it's not in that position. Now, how is this happening? Yeah, you're coming to the forefront. Queen of Pentacles, wifey. So they are cutting out one-night stands, other partners, other sexual hookups. They're cutting out that shenanigans I just heard, because there is nobody that compares to you feminines. And what is the advice for the feminines? Just wait. Just watch. It's going to happen. It's going to happen, feminines. So that is the card of open curiosity. Keep an open mind. Expect the unexpected. This is shifting for the masculines. Let's have a look at a theme from the Beyond Lemuria deck. What can we see? That was too many. I'm getting crystal keys. Okay, that one's popping out. Crystal keys. Interesting. It was very magnetic. When that happens and it feels like it's a magnet, I have to pay attention. That's a 22 card. Crystal keys, hidden wisdom codes, potent information, Lemurian seed crystals, seeing your triggers as a gift, awareness of drama creating patterns. Heck yeah, masculines. Healing the earth by looking at your inner environment. Healing through awareness. Yeah, these masculines are accurately connecting their emotions to their awareness now. When we are not interpreting our reality or the things in it through the clarity of truth, we have a whole bunch of convoluted emotional backlash from trying to navigate. And emotions become a really strange thing to navigate. When we take a step back and balance that out and allow for objective observation through non-attachment, we suddenly start to have more accurate emotional clarity and interpretation of what is actually going on, and we can see what is what. So I'm getting that everybody, this is what we are transmuting on the planet, is the delusion, the confusion, the lower vibrational stuff, and we are coming into a ascended clarity with how to interpret frequencies, and therefore our whole possibility of choices, timelines, paths forward shifts. 3333. It is absolutely beautiful that we can have this kind of accountability when we remove fear and we look at things for what they really are. We seek to be purists, realists, righteous. It takes on a whole different view, our whole life. Okay, many blessings, everyone. Bye for now.